That fan's going to be a pain in the butt the whole day, isn't it? Audio, shit. See if I can fix that. Alright, that should work. Hey. I mean, if everything works out well, we should be of good audio. I mean, I gotta project a little bit. Yeah, crank this up a little bit. And that fix my audio a little bit. That goes up a little louder. We're not redlining. Maybe max this out. It's not terrible. Is that better? I mean, I think we're good. Maybe if I just speak normally, I should have good audio, right? I mean, I'm not hearing too much of the background fan. I think we're good. So now you can see my face. Hey guys, I am, of course, as you probably have guessed, the Old Humble guy. We are here in the distillery. You can see behind me the stills. There they are, right there, both the stills. What's that? Oh, that's my bottle filler. That's right here over my shoulder, this shoulder. It's my bottle filler. So as you might be able to get to be finished labeling and sealing and setting them up for, I'm going to take some of them for tastings and some of them for selling. And then kind of getting prepped up for this evening. But first, we'll go.
They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
Oop. Gotta make sure that's active. Alright, this is the good camera. Cheers everybody up there. These are the bottles we're going to be finishing up. That's my bottle filling device right there. This is the whiskey that's going to be getting filtered. Cheers to chat, cheers to, up here. Cheers to chat, cheers to everybody out there in internet land. Just a reminder, this is a live stream. It's an impromptu day in the life live stream. You can see a little bit behind the scenes. When we're done with this, I'm going to go over here. You can't see on this camera yet, but I'm going to go over here and work on a new bar that we're going to have in the distillery for when we open up in the fall. And then, I mean, mostly I'm just going to be assembling the major parts because it's a long ways from getting finished. But we'll work. We got a whole lot of work to do on that. But anybody who chats, anybody who gets into chat, you're on the live stream now. You get into chat. You get added to the wheel of doom and glory for when we spin. And in fact, I'm going to be working on the gift box. I'll probably work on the gift box before I work on the bar. But first things first, I got to get this stuff teed up and ready to go for filter. I hear my. Is that this? My phone? All right, shush phone. I can hear my audio through the phone, and I don't want to do that. But I can see. Oh, I need to fix my audio levels. Again, it looks like I'm too damn quiet. I think that fixed the audio. I think we're good. Okay, so I don't have to yell, which is convenient. I don't have to yell. My bar top. I need to do stuff with it. I don't have to yell, which is convenient. My ankle is hurting me for some strange reason. 1, 2, 3. I need to get more filter pads. Many more filter pads are needed. But first, all right. So this is basically my filtering station, for lack of a better term. So what this does, turn this. Actually, I don't need to turn it so much as I just need to reposition it so that. Okay, so I'm going to filter this stuff 3 times. It's going to go coarse, medium, and fine filter. So once into here, coarse, medium, and then fine back into that barrel there. The fine filter is the last filter. Gets all the floaty particulate stuff out. Fine charcoal ash and wood residue and stuff that otherwise would be in the whiskey. It's not bad for the whiskey. It's just kind of unsightly. And if you actually have it in your bottle, it'll continue to age the whiskey. So what I just did is I tossed the filter pads in there so that they'll get wet, so that we'll have a better seal on the filter when it runs through those pads. Basically priming the filter so that the pads will work better when, oh, there's my knife. My old timer knife. I was wondering where this was. So I'm going to put it there and lose it. What was I looking for here? Oh, this is where it's going to. That's where it's coming from. And basically, I just transfer between these barrels. All these barrels get cleaned out every time we use them for a product. They get cleaned out, freshened up. Most of the time we're using them for whiskey, so it's not really that critical. It's not like they're going to have some flavor introduced to it. But it's really important when I'm doing it for vodka to have the barrel cleaned out before the vodka goes into it, because I don't want the vodka to pick up any whiskey flavors. And also for gin, I don't want my vodka or whiskey to pick up gin flavors. Gin, I'm not so much worried about it picking up whiskey flavors, because gin should have some flavors. And any whiskey flavors that pick up will be subtle. But if whiskey's picking up a gin flavor, that's not so good. And if whiskey's picking up a gin flavor or vodka's picking up any flavor, it's not so good. We don't want that to happen. So I try to avoid that by making sure that these barrels stay cleaned out every time I use them. And that's more for, as you might guess, it's more for flavor than it is for cleanliness, because you already have alcohol going through it. It's clean. Alcohol cleanses it every time it touches it. So we don't have to really worry about the cleanliness aspect. We more have to worry about the flavor aspect, and to avoid getting off flavors that are uninvited into the mix. So our filter pads are wet. They go in, one side's rough, one side's smooth. I don't know if that's getting picked up on by the camera. But the rough side goes towards the back. The smooth side goes towards the front. And everything gets loaded up. All the tabs are in alignment. Oh, nope. I have one that's asked that. Now the pad is backwards. I screwed this entire thing up. Alright, let's try this again. Reload it properly. So tonight, we're talking about the origins of the notion of human rights on our happy hour show. what they are, why it matters, what is and isn't a human right. Because, you know, we say we have rights, and a lot of our civil rights are also human rights. Are you not plugged in? No, that's not plugged in. Dang darn it. Who's in chat? Greg's Whiskey Gut from Paris. Holy crap. Paris, France. I hope you mean Paris, France. I mean, Paris, Texas would be cool, but Paris, France, City of Lights. Home of Bastille whiskey. A whiskey that I've seen but not tried. Come on. Function? Yes, we got good suction. We got a good siphon. We just got to get this under the water here. Come on, get in there. We got a good siphon. We got good filter. We got good product. And quality control. Always got to make sure that everything is up to standard. Delicious. Okay, so what we're making, what we're bottling, is our double oak rye. 95% rye, 10% malted barley, or 95% rye, 10% corn. That's loud. 90 proof, aged 2.5 years with extra oak staves. Yes, we're in the filtering phase. Are you referring to the movie 14 Days in Paris? The golf movie? Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if Bastille was legit. I didn't know that there was such a thing as French whiskey. I mean, intuitively, obviously, there's French whiskey. The whiskey's made everywhere by everyone all the time. I was just surprised when I saw the bottle, Bastille. Over here. I've rearranged things in my shop. So I got a tool chest, got a bunch of tools up off the ground and off of the tables. So you may not be able to notice this table is a lot cleaner than it was the last time I did anything that had this table on it. It is not clean by any stretch of the imagination, but it's cleaner than it was before because I got a lot of my tools up and off. Up and off the tabletop there. So anyway, I'm all over the damn map. I don't know what I was talking about. Probably Bastille. Anyway, I saw it. I thought about buying it, but I decided to go with a Texas whiskey instead. I was disappointed because the Texas whiskey was a very expensive bottle. It did not taste particularly good. Very disappointing. I mean, it's not that it tasted bad, it's that it didn't taste like a $100 bottle of whiskey. Like I thought a $100 bottle of whiskey would taste. It tasted harsher than I would expect a $100 bottle of whiskey to taste. So I was very disappointed. But one of these days I'll go back and try that whiskey. The Bastille whiskey. Just to say that I've done it. You know, like tourists going to the Eiffel Tower. But when I do try it, when I drink it, I am definitely going to be wearing one of them French beanies. Not a fedora. Shit. I had the word in my head and then it just like vanished. Doesn't matter. It's a stupid joke. I won't make it. Actually, that's a lie. I'm probably going to make it as soon as I remember what the word is. Let me get my phone back over here so I can see chat. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, basically these bottles have been sitting here on my tabletop for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So they've got a little film of dust across the top. Got a little film of dust across the top. So all I'm doing is wiping the dust off so that the bottles will be ready to take their labels and be sealed. You can see I've got the little shrink seal sitting on it, waiting for it to be sealed up. The Wim Wenders movie. The Wim Wenders movie. I am not familiar with the Wim Wenders movie. I'll show you all three of the bottles we have right now in stores. This is the rye. Green label. Old Humble logo, double oak rye. This is our straight whiskey. Purple label, Old Humble logo. Straight whiskey is both the style and the brand. And then our Special Reserve, Old Humble logo. It is also a straight whiskey, but that is not, I didn't brand it as a straight whiskey. But there you go. In the box, in the prize box that we send out in September, so to tell you about the prize box thing that we've got. Everybody who joins chat, that includes you, Greg's Whiskey Guy. Everybody who joins chat, comments something in chat, will get added to our Wheel of Doom and Glory. There's a video about the giveaway. On our page, you can find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see it gives the full update how to join the giveaway and everything. But the long and the short of it is, every time you join one of our lives, you get into chat, so that I know you joined on one of our lives. You get added to the wheel. 1 entry per live show. We spin the wheel. The gift box has 4 samples in it. 1 sample of each of our whiskeys. Straight whiskey, Special Reserve, double oak rye, plus a sample of something else that I have not officially announced, but I did kind of give a sneak preview yesterday on the 21090 live stream when I popped on. They were doing a show about LA Guns and Skid Row, and I love those 2 bands. They were very interesting bands when I was growing up. Skid Row had Sebastian Bach, who just had a set of pipes that he could wail. He could sing. Damn, he could sing. And LA Guns was basically, it was one of the original founders, Tracy Guns, one of the original founders of Guns N' Roses. He was the Guns of Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose being the other portion of it. But they were this grungy, guitar heavy, LA, prototypical LA heavy metal garage band made type of band. And they were fun to listen to. Unpolished and just, I mean, they were a headliner band in and of themselves, but they were like, you know, forever the second tier of heavy metal But anyway, they were fun to listen to. I wasn't very, very familiar with their stuff, but I recognized it when I heard it, and I really enjoyed it when I did. Anyway, so they were doing a show, and they invited people to come on the show, tell them what they were drinking, and I'm sitting there doing work on my computer, listening to the show, and I'm drinking some Eagle Rare that I picked up over the weekend because I had a huge sales day and I wanted to reward myself for a huge sales day. So I bought this bottle of Eagle Rare because it was available. So, you know, I'm not really generally one of those unicorn chasing bottle collectors, D-bags. Like, oh yeah, I found this. I went to 17 liquor stores and finally found it. I mean, it's just Kentucky whiskey. It's not, but it's a really good Kentucky bourbon. It's not good enough for aftermarket prices. It's not good enough to justify, you know, the prices based on scarcity. It's not that good, but it is a good bourbon. It is a very delightful bourbon. Ed's in the house. Cheers, Ed. Today I'm doing the rye. I'm filtering rye back here, and I'm finishing the bottling of the rye. This stuff will get bottled up probably Monday or Tuesday, because I'm probably not going to be back tomorrow. Friday I'll probably be working on the bar. If I'm not working on the bar Friday, then I'll be bottling. So there you go. Oh yeah, these aren't labeled yet. These are going in. I have a label machine right down here. These are, first I gotta seal them, then they go into the label. Close to the cam. Of course I can. Absolutely. Sorry about that. Let's get up here close to the cam. So this is the straight whiskey label. I think it is. It's probably good to see. You know what? I got a better plan. We'll switch cameras. Here. There it is. This is the straight whiskey. Purple labeled. Nice and squarish, rectangular. This is the special reserve. And if you go to our website, all three of these have close-up pics as well. And then our double oak straight rye. But yeah, go to our website, oldhumblewhiskey.com. Has all three close-up, beautiful, high-def pics. That's the one. Okay. Let me scroll back up through chat. Biased about this. Oh. Tell me more. Okay, hang on. The Wim Wenders. Okay, the Wim Wenders movie. Gotcha. I'm going to look that up. Wim Wenders movie. In fact, I'm going to look that up right now. I'm kind of curious. Wim Wenders movie. See what my oh, Salt for the Earth, Paris, Texas. Huh. Salt for the Earth trailer. No. $1 Million Hotel. No. Disheveled man who wanders out in the desert. Travis Henderson, Harry Dean Stanton. Seems to have no idea who he is. When a stranger manages to contact his brother, Walt, Travis is awkwardly reunited with his siblings. Travis has been missing for years. Is this the one you're talking about? Interesting. This says, Kenya, official trailer number 1, Wim Wenders. I don't know what that means. Alright, well, I guess I have some stuff to look up. Alright, well, cool. Anyway, catching up on chat real fast. Okay, so years ago, there's a French whiskey boom. Oh, there is a French whiskey boom. How about that? Here's around 100 distilleries now. It's most famous abroad on a Main Street shop basis and sourced non-interesting whiskeys. Okay, fair enough. Like in other countries, hit or miss, it's not always good. Last up is now been asked by French distillery to create a new whiskey form, limited edition video channel about it. Northman Cuvée. Ooh. Alright. Interesting. Cheers, Ed. Ed Guinea, you will, of course, be added onto the Wheel of Doom and Glory. Yes, Skid Row is really old now. Like, well, all the bands from the 80s are old now. They're all old men. And yeah, they are still rocking. That's, where else? Got it, okay. So now we're all caught up on that. Just in time for the filter to tell me it needs some attention. So when the filter needs attention, I grab my, not really the filter, it's the filter intake that needs the attention. Alright. So I got another email today from CSAC, S-E-S-A-C, a music licensing group, trying to extort me into paying licensing fees because we had some live music here at the distillery, and they're trying to claim that we played their licensed music, but none of the music we played was licensed to them. Most of the music played was original music, and I've told them this 3 times. They're like, yeah, but it's not just live music, it's also karaoke and DJs. Like, well, we don't have karaoke and DJs, you jackoffs. And we're not going to pay a license just in the off chance that maybe one day we might have music that you find objectionable. We're just not going to play the music that is licensed. We'll just have original music, and you can suck it. But I expect they'll send me another email in a couple of months, and eventually I'm probably going to have to get a lawyer to send them a cease and desist letter to get off my ass. Because all they're doing is a fishing expedition to get legal or licensing fees, and the off chance that they're going to harass me into paying $1,000. Or some other dollar amount. I don't know how much it is. They've never bothered to actually give me a dollar amount. They're just harassing. And I've heard about these guys from other people, how they just get more and more and more harassing, and eventually you just have to send them a cease and desist letter to get them off your back. But yes, come fall, we will once again live music, but it will 100% be solo, or not solo, original music acts. Any band that performs will have to perform their own stuff. Band is not. They have it on blow. That's fine. Move it over here. It's actually blowing on it. Is that deafening now? I think with the lapel light, it's not too bad. But yeah, once it gets cooler, like late September, the heat starts to give up. In June, it was still very active, very aggressive. July, it's kind of pulling its foot up off the throttle a little bit. August, it's downright comfortable for summertime right now. It's hot, don't get me wrong. It's in the high 90s, even topping 100 every once in a while. But August, we expect the high 90s and topping 100 every once in a while. In June, you don't expect, in Houston at least, you don't expect high 90s topping 100. Low 90s, yes. High 90s, no. And I'm talking, it was still 90 degrees at like 8 o'clock at night. and it was just disrespectful. Just absolutely disrespectful. You open up the door, it would just slap you in the face with that heat. Felt like this. Just dreadful. The bar is right now, but the tasting room is also not started. And the tasting room is going to cost me something like $25,000 to get the whole thing finished and installed. So that, and I don't know when we will, to be quite honest. So I don't know when that's actually going to happen. I have some more important things to deal with right now. Like, let's zoom in a little bit on what I'm doing here. You can kind of see what we got. Come on, pick up a little bit. There we go. Kind of see a little bit better what's going on. Hope I didn't ruin my camera footage, angle, whatever. Every time I mess with the camera, I run the risk of losing video altogether. So I try not to mess with the camera. Alright, that's a little bit better. Kind of see what's happening here. So I pulled out my... burned like hell. So we're working on building a bar, so we have a proper bar. We're not just working off of the table. When it comes time to open back up in the fall. Because basically my bar is this table. But, you know, we're selling a little bit of whiskey, getting some cash in the bank, I can make some improvements. That's kind of the whole point. Keep moving things in the right direction, one step at a time, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then in the winter, when we release our bourbon, we should be able to have enough cash in the bank with the bourbon release to do a full-on build-out by the end of spring. Fingers crossed. By the end of spring, we'll be able to do the full-on build-out. Just about 2 years behind schedule, but you know what you gonna do, right? And I'm not ignoring chat, by the way. Tried this dryer in the live show, wasn't very good at all. The real live show in Paris. I bought them like this. Spice drink? Ooh. Because the profile gets close to the bourbon. John Glazer is a friend of mine. I don't know who John Glazer is. The name sounds familiar. Is he Glazer's distributing? Glazer Southern Distributing? Is that the same Glazer? No, his name is spelled differently. Give me a tip on who that guy is. If he's somebody I need to know who he is. And I will buy him drinks until he knows my name. Grab this Unique California, St. George Spirits. I don't know what the first craft spirit in the United States was, to be completely honest. I'm sure it was probably the first one in California. Easy Street with Jen's in the house. Cheers, Jen. Jen, you got your name on the wheel again? I hope my whiskey makes it there to Paris one day as well. I've wanted to begin importing or exporting to England after in 2020, after we won the London International Spirits Competition. And I've explored it every once in a while as far as foreign markets goes. But there's a few structural things that I need to get done. The first place we export to will probably be California. Because that is a market that is more accessible to me for obvious reasons. But yeah, over time, I'm definitely looking forward to getting it in new markets, exotic markets. I mean, I have absolutely no problem going to Paris for a month to do some tastings and samplings and sell some damn whiskey. For even 2 weeks, you know. And I'm sure my lovely wife would enjoy going with me to Paris for a couple of weeks in order to help me sell whiskey. You know, because somebody's got to go to the fashion district in Paris just to make sure they don't need whiskey. Someone's got to do it. Who better? John Glazer's born in America, Minneapolis. Why is it doing that? Why are you flashing? What is going on with this damn camera? I thought I saw it doing that. Why are you doing that? Quit being you dumb camera. Well, you can bet I'll let you know if we get to Paris. You'll probably hear about it. Some loud Americans in Paris. You know, that never happens. I'm sure there'll be some kind of internationalism in the news. Foreign man insults all of France. Not on purpose. Just, you know, out of love. Yeah, so I'm probably going to do at some point an entire show on why CSAC, S-E-S-A-C, CSAC sucks. They're just fucking terrible. I hate those guys. I've developed a nice dislike of that particular music licensing company. What they've done twice now is they've sent a little secret shopper into the distillery to confirm that we were doing live music. And then we stick around and listen to music. They have no idea what we played. They have no idea what the band did. They have no idea what happened that night. They're just saying, you did live music, you probably need a license. Like, you know, shut up. I don't need a fucking license for your stupid music. We're not playing your music, you jackoffs. And I challenged them on it and told them, if you have anything in your set list, if you have any music, you can confirm that we played any music, license, any music at all, let me know, we will buy the license for you. We will pay the license to have live music. But if you can't confirm that we played any music, that you have license. Because they weren't here, they have no idea what we did. Then we don't owe you any goddamn money. Because we did not play their license. And we've settled this with them like 3 times. But they keep coming back because they're like little terrorists. Trying to extort money from us. It can be very expensive for your bar if you're playing copyrighted music. It's very expensive for you. Oh really? That sounds an awful lot like you have a really nice bar here. Hope nothing happens to it. It'd be a shame if something happens to it. Extortion. That was loud, sorry. Anyway. Alright. So this is just 4 cases that we have left over from the last bottling run. We need another team. This might go to I am certain you would do that for me, Jen. See, the thing is, we can't pay you anything, so I'd love for you to go and do it for me. I just can't pay you any money. There was one where it would be distillery ambassador. It didn't work out for yep. Rent the stand for 3 days. Yeah. It is. It's expensive not only to rent the stand, but also, you know, you got to stay there, rent the stand, fly there, fly back, eat food, do all the stuff. It's a whole operation, and I am not. I'm not set up yet for that. You're very welcome, Greg. And like I said, I appreciate when people come in. I'm very open about the work we do here. And the work we're doing to get everything set up. I've contracted out the distilling for our bourbon. We're going to get some raw distilled bourbon, and I'll distill about 25 gallons of our own bourbon, which is about 10% of the product that I'm going to be pushing out. But it is fun to share. There's a whole lot of work that gets done other than the distillation. There's the filtering and the bottling and the labeling and the sealing and all this stuff. And it happens in 95 to 100 degree heat. We are not temperature controlled here. And any product that we have has been contract, not just sourced, the contract has been made specifically to it's been made specifically to criteria that I have specifically requested, and we have waited a good long while for some of this stuff, like a 5-year straight whiskey. We had to wait on that for a while. It was not ready when we first opened our distillery, and we made our first batches of bourbon here on site. But now that we've moved into this facility, our equipment isn't quite fully set up, and COVID took a lot of wind out of our sails as far as having necessary capital on hand. You know, when you can't have people at the distillery because the air is poisonous, and people are poisonous, and it kind of puts a crimp in your operating style. But come fall, when we can start having fans and people again, it's no longer the surface of the planet Venus. We'll be able to rev up our sales and rev up our revenue, and hopefully put enough money in the bank to finally be able to get the little bits and pieces that we need, finish the equipment install, get the tasting room fully up and operational, bring all of our production back in-house. It's so damn exciting. I can't tell you how excited I am for how everything changes when we finally get all of our equipment plugged in. Not just the mini size scrap stuff, but all of it. I mean, we're gonna have we've got peach brandy that we're going to have come out. It'll be a 185-year-old resurrected recipe from my great-great-great-grandfather, John Fleet. We're hailed from a little town called a little town near Verdun, over there in the west of France, or east of France. step in the filtration process is the medium filter. I don't know if y'all can even see this since I moved the camera. The medium filter, put that in the wash or in the whiskey, let it soak. What we have over here? Single cask or small batch. Hang on, let me catch up real quick. Are they single cask or small batch bonds? It's usually small batch. It's usually small batch. Today, what is it? As of and because hang on. Small batches. I can't do a single cask because our single casks, when it comes to bourbon, are 5-gallon barrels. So we can't do single casks for the barrel, for the bourbon, because a single cask would only be like 3 cases. So we blend together these barrels. When it comes to the larger barrels, the 50-gallon barrels, they're generally single barrel batches that go into the bottles, but not on purpose. It's just because they're 50-gallon barrels, and I have 50-gallon blending barrels. So my 50-gallon blending barrels, you know, I cut my barrels in half, basically. Half the product goes in. We proof it down to 90 proof, run it through the filters, and then do the next batch. So it's not single cask on purpose, not by intention. It's just the capacity that we're using. It ends up being just one single barrel. But these last batches, these last bits of the last load, they've all been blended together. All the casks have been blended together. So the first ones that come out, the first bottles that come out are probably single barrel bottles. But it's not by intention. It's not intention, it's not design. It's just the byproduct of the systems that we have and the capacities that we're working on. Because we're filtering through 50 gallons of whiskey right now. The whiskey barrel is 50 gallons. 50-gallon barrel. So, you know, not by design, but by function of our systems, it's just, it ends up being single cask. But that's not, you know, we don't do that on purpose. We don't set out to make a single cask, single barrel whiskey. It's just how it works. Yeah. It's like, ugly people don't set out to be monogamous. They just, you know, you can't ever find 2 girlfriends at the same time, so they just end up being monogamous. Oh, it's more handsome. Polyamorous too. But I'm not. I'm ugly. All right. Step 2 of the filtration is in process. Oh. That is a 5-gallon barrel. My bourbon barrels are 5-gallon barrels. And part of it is by, the 5-gallon barrels is by design, because that takes the distilling time down from 7 years to 6 months. So instead of being in the barrel for a lifetime, for 72 months worth of rent, it's only in the barrel for 6 months of rent. And then I can have several more batches lined up behind them. And after about 6 or 8 months of barreling at the small batch scale, I can start putting it into larger barrels. I can start putting it in larger barrels and hold it back for a little bit longer and start making some straight bourbon whiskey. But we are not financially, we don't have enough money in the bank. We're not well financed enough to be able to make some straight bourbon whiskey just yet, because I've got to pay rent. And you cannot pay rent on whiskey and barrels. My terrible Scottish accent. Try that again. You cannot pay rent when the whiskey's in barrels. There we go. It's closer. Still terrible. You cannot pay the rent when the whiskey in the barrels. Yeah, I wonder if we will. Yeah, you cannot pay the rent. That's all I'm trying. No, I can't do that. Can you pay the rent? Alright. So that is the seals. I'm done with that. Get this out of the way. I'm going to use this again, so I will set it over here on the table. Now for the labeling. Now I can't, liters would be 20, I don't know, 22, 23 liters, something like that. 50 gallons, 189 liters, so 5 gallons would be 18, 19 liters, almost 20. Yeah. Smaller than the gravity cask. I've never heard of a gravity cask. Anyway. Alright, so now I will put on the front labels first and the back labels second. So this is our label machine. I can't move the camera closer because I screwed up and did not get the I didn't get the connector for my tripod. So the camera is all the way over here. Son of a bitch. Why do I have 2 Phillips or flathead screwdrivers and 0 Phillips head screwdrivers? All right, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just maybe I just use my computer camera. I'm not sure yet. No sound too? Hang on. Have we lost sound? Sound is on. Okay, yeah. Video hasn't turned back on yet. I'm working on that. I'm gonna remove this. You know what? Hang on. Hold on. No, I gotta do something real quick. That's already in process. Right thing, there we go. Live, add, video capture. Lord willing, things are gonna work. Come on now. Activate it. Fingers, there we go! It fucking works. Hot diggity damn. Alright. So the lesson here, kids, is you don't knock the camera down. We did it. Success. Success. Hurrah. For me. Alright, there's a lot of background. Is that the fan? Yeah. That's the fan. The lapel mic is right here. I don't think this is better sound than what we had before. I really don't. I don't think this is the right microphone. I don't think I'm picking up sound from the right spot, to be quite honest. Let me see what I can do here. It says default. It's supposed to be this microphone. Let me see this. Recording. Ah, that's why. It says it's the internal microphone. I don't want the internal microphone on there. This is the audio interface. That's not the one. Alright. Does it? If the pen isn't doing audio, we'll hear what's it. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. That is a very good point. Let's try this one more. Let's try one more thing though. See if it can help. This is. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's the microphone. It's the only microphone we got. I am going to do. I'm going to try something real quick. See if I can plug in my audio. Maybe that'll improve the audio. So let's plug you in the wall. Because we got a lot of interference back here is what I'm saying. A lot of noise. I unplug this and plug this in here. And then plug this guy in here. That should turn this on. Bum 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 bum. Test 1 2 3 test. Test. I don't think that's the proper audio. Test. 1 2 Now, is that better? Does that sound better? Does that sound better? It sounds like I'm standing. It sounds like I'm standing like across the room from my microphone. I mean, it doesn't sound like I'm. It doesn't sound like I'm using a lapel microphone. You know what I mean? And I know. I mean, I am. I have it right here. It just sounds like I'm standing across the room. Maybe it's my. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a while since I put that audio. So let me try the headphones and see what the headphones are telling me. Because I don't know if I can trust my. I don't know if I can. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. That's really, really weird. How about that? I'm getting a buzz now. Yeah. So when you walk away and you can't hear me, that means the wrong microphone is being used. Testing. 1, 2. Alright. Alright. So, still not getting audio here. Try this one more time. I can hear the wind. Yeah. Testing. 1, 2. Why is there an echo? Turn that echo off. Alright, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2. I can hear. How about now? Yeah, okay, now it's nice and loud. Corey, what? Alright, I think maybe we fixed it. Maybe not. Yeah. Have we got this fixed? Alright, I need to check my It sounded a funny sound. It is not. Alright. I think this is probably the best I'm going to get. Corey Slater. Good Lord. Well, Corey, you've been entered into our Wheel of Doom and Glory along with Ed and Easy Street Gin and Greg's Whiskey Guide. And Top Shelf Dustin. And who else? Is that everybody? That's everybody so far. So far, Easy Street Gin. Let's look at Easy Street Gin. Biggest nerd channel if I stream this stuff more. Yeah, I would stream this stuff more if I had a better. If I just had a better setup, a more reliable, more consistent setup, that I could just come in and flip the switch and just get to work and do it. But, you know, we're just not quite there yet. I'm working on it. You know, I'm working on it. Stuff takes time to be able to do things that I want to do. I'm working on building the channel. We just, came to the sort of making tea. We just passed 100,000 views. I'm working on the video, the successful conclusion to our 100,000 views project. So back in February, I was preparing in February for, you see that? Nope. I was preparing in February to have live bands. You can't see that either. You will in a minute. To have live bands perform at the distillery, and I wanted the live bands actually be seen by people. So I started looking at the actual analytics of the channel and realized that, you know, we basically didn't have anybody watching the channel. We do 4 shows a month. I'm sorry, 8 shows a month, 2 shows a week, 2 live streams a week, 1 or 2 live streams a week. I can't remember how often we did them, or I did them. But I'd have a guest on like Wednesday nights or something like that. I can't remember what my schedule was. But you know, I do 4 shows and maybe have 100 views on the channel, which means basically I'm getting between 15 and 20 views per show. Which is effectively nobody. Because, I mean, basically nobody was watching. So I had a channel, and I'd get 100-something views a month, and basically nobody was watching my videos. When we did recorded content, edited and uploaded content, nobody was watching. I'd get 2 views, 4 views, 5 views, something like that. Nobody was watching. And, you know, if it's just me entertaining myself, that's fine. No big deal. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself for the evening. It's fine. But if I have guests on the show, if I have guests coming on the show, I want them to be seen. If I'm going to have a band play, I want the band to get publicity and notoriety. And I want them to be heard, and I want their, you know, music to get out there to people. I want there to be a point to coming to the show, you know. You know, like the Super Bowl halftime show, bands pay the NFL to perform. Like, no shit, like really. Bands pay the NFL to perform. Super Bowl halftime, like, the NFL gets a piece of increased sales that happen after the Super Bowl, after the halftime show, as part of the deal for performing on the largest stage in the world, in front of the largest audience in the world. And of course, I'm never going to be able to charge bands for playing at the distillery. That's impossible, right? But I did want there to be some kind of a value to them coming to the distillery, so it wasn't just, you know, playing a obscure little hovel tucked away in the woods of East Texas. Watch the review. Oh yeah. Don't worry about me. First subscriber, subscribe to Hot. Oh, Bacon subscribed me or recommended me. Awesome, sweet. Thanks, Bacon, and cheers. Welcome to the party, Corey. That whole thing, I was looking for, you know, knocking down the damn camera. I was looking for my screwdriver. And you know what I didn't do? I did not get my screwdriver. All right, but I do need some more labels because I just ran out of front labels. Going! I came nowhere near the trash. Nowhere near. I assume y'all can still hear me because audio is going through the phone mic. If I did it correctly. So hopefully you can still hear me. And currently rubbing it around drawing labels that I found there. There I go. Which is, of course, the front and back dry label. Anyway, what was I saying? So nobody was watching. That's what I was thinking. Nobody was watching the channel. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I need to improve the channel. And at the time, in February, I didn't even know what that meant. What does improve your YouTube channel mean? Right? Like, I'm a former business consultant, former business administrator, current business administrator, but former consultant, administrator. I'm a business student. You know, I've got all the business school credentials. I know the buzzwords and buzz terms and stuff like that. And the first thing when you're looking at a project, at a consulting project, because I approached this as a consulting project, I was my own consultant. You have to know the question you're asking. You have to know what questions to ask. Is what I'm trying to say. You need to know what questions you need to ask. And when a business owner comes to you and says, I need to make this better, you don't always know what he's talking about, or she, because that can mean, better can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And if you look up the advice on how to improve your YouTube channel on YouTube, there's a lot of shitty advice. Because there's a lot of people make the assumption that you improve your channel by getting more subscribers. That's the end-all be-all. More subscribers. Oh, you want to make your channel better? Let me tell you how to get more subscribers. That's not the point. Donner Pass Whiskey has joined the party. Here's Donner. Punch the puppy because I want to make sure I have enough bugs. I don't even want to know. But you know, when it comes to a consulting project, you've got to know what questions to ask. So it took me 2 weeks of really thinking about what I wanted to accomplish with my channel. Why even have a freaking channel for the Old Humble Distilling Company? What's the point, right? How to make your channel better. Well, define better for my channel. It's not the same definition for other channels. You know, some channels, better is literally defined as more subscribers, more watch time. You know, we want 10 million subscribers. We need a zillion views. We need 10,000 views a day. So that our monetization schedule, you know, blah 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 blah, whatever. While I'm thinking about it, as I'm pondering it and taking my notes and writing my notes to myself on improving the channel, monetization is not, never has, well, it's kind of, monetization is a trophy. There it is. Monetization is a nice trophy to have. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, nice trophy to have. You say you accomplished 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, you literally get trophies for these accomplishments. Well, this is going to be the point for me. I don't give a shit how much money Geico spends advertising their commercials on my videos. The disaster scenario is I get monetized and Jack Daniels advertises their commercials on my videos. So every time you watch the Old Humble Distilling Company, you see a Jack Daniels commercial. That's a nightmare. I don't want that. Even if I do make a nickel every 10,000 views, you know, they advertise on my, if they advertise on my channel, and I get 1,000 views on the video, well, there's 1,000 people that just saw Jack Daniels. Fuck those guys. They don't need my channel. I guarantee, at least one point in the last 6 months, I have considered advertising before every video on a Jack Daniels channel. It's had to be fun. That would be absolutely hilarious. But anyway, back to the point. My purpose is to basically promote my brand and promote my guests and extend my tasting room to a virtual space so that even when we can't have people here, we can still have people participating in the whiskey fuel nonsense that is the Old Humble Distilling Company. You know, have a fun space for people to hang out, have a cocktail, chill out, and relax. Which is why I do the live show formats that I do, where we interact with chat, and we chill out and hang out, because I find the interaction with chat to be a more engaging time than a panel with, 6 or 8 people where nobody really gets a word in edgewise. There's no particular theme, there's no particular conversation, there's no particular... And those are fun hangouts, but it's not really the kind of hangout that I wanted to do, and I'm not really good at those kind of hangouts, of hosting those hangouts. Other people are much better at hosting those hangouts than I am. And I like hanging out on their hangouts, like the goddamn bacon, for example. So when I was thinking about those goals, I was thinking about it, and the real ultimate goal to accomplish that is more views. Just like literally more people, whether they're subscribers or not, just more people tuning in, a broader market, more eyeballs, strangers visiting us, meeting the brand, doing stuff that way. Right? So, I'm like, all right, well, let's figure out how to do that. And I set about the project 100,000 views, plus the 100,000 views. The project was specifically that, where I started at 40,000 views, and we had gathered over the course of the last 2 years. 40,000 views over 2 years. And roughly 36,000 of them were from like 3 videos. So it was really 4,000 views over 2 years. From March of 2000, was really 4,000 views. But I counted the full 40,000. And the goal was to add 60,000 by the end of the year. 60,000 views by the end of this year. That was the goal. What the hell is going on here? Son of a bitch. So we were basically going to go from 130 views per month to 4,000 views per month. That was the stated mission of the project. And it was probably going to have to be higher than 5,000 views because we were starting from, such a disadvantage. Starting with such a disadvantage, we were going to have to make up ground. So, and like for example, 135 views in January, 170 views or 300 views in February, and in March, 720 views. 700 something in March. Because we had started the project. Then in February we had 800 and something views, which was at that point our best ever month. That was just regular views. Now our filter's at the bottom of the barrel right now. I've got to tint this real quick. And then April April we popped 10,000 views. And May, I think it was 20,000. June, 19,000. July, 19,000. Long story short, we passed 100,000 this month. And most of what, it started off mostly as video optimizing. Started with doing more videos, but I wasn't expanding my market. I wasn't adding more people. I was just getting the same people again and again and again and again, which was great. I was engaging the audience that I had. But if you're going to grow a channel, you have to get new people. Alright, come on. 5 to 7 minutes. I like my videos in the 10-minute range, to be quite honest. When I'm watching videos on YouTube, if it's longer than 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. But if it's longer than 10 minutes, I'm seriously questioning whether or not I want to watch it. 30-minute video, it better be on the topic that is fascinating, compelling. Otherwise, there is a very slim chance that I'm actually going to watch that video all the way through. Alright, so I'm moving this back a little bit so that I can move this back a little bit. This is the final barrel. I use this as the final barrel because it's a little bit bigger than the other barrels. Just a few gallons. And when you start bottling, I can load up. I can begin pulling out of this barrel and then immediately begin filling it with the next batch of filtered whiskey without worrying about it overflowing or overflowing. There. Is that better? Can you see what I'm doing now? Not really. Did I just tighten it up? It's totally right. Skipping over gems. Fill and drip and drip. Yeah, see, oddly, I don't know, maybe not interesting, but oddly enough, I don't watch a lot of videos from the World of Whiskey Tube guys. Oh, there we go. I did. I went the wrong way. Let's zoom out so you can see what I'm doing way back there. I don't watch a lot of the videos, mostly because most of Whiskey Tube is people finding, discovering, tasting, evaluating new Kentucky spirits. I don't find brand new discoveries of whiskey that I can find in my local store to be completely compelling. I've said this before, I'm not really a snob when it comes to whiskeys. It's just, I'm an explorer when it comes to whiskey. I really like small, unusual, off the beaten track whiskeys. If your idea of discovering a new whiskey, I talked at length. Dustin's heard me rant about this shit all the time. If your idea of discovering a new whiskey is getting a whiskey that is just a factory whiskey that's brand new to your town and it's literally available in every single state, that's not discovery. Man, that's like discovering a national park. You didn't discover a national park. There's a sign on it that says this is a national park. Pay your entry fee right there in the corner. You just finally got to it, you know? there's definite value. I'm not gonna be a dick and say that there's no value in Kentucky whiskey. There's plenty of value in factory whiskey. I love it. There's a lot of really good stuff. Like I said, I'm drinking it. I was able to get my hands on some Eagle Rares in here. That's some good shit. That's some legitimately good shit. But I didn't sit there and camp out. I mean, it was available. It was there. I saw it. And I'm like, is this for sale? They were like, yeah, it's for sale. I'm like, okay, I'll have a bottle. And I got the bottle. It was great. But it's not like, it's not a $300. It's not a $300 bottle of whiskey by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not sure what a $300 bottle of whiskey would be, to be completely honest. I don't even know what it would taste like. Back label. Let me zoom back in. So you can see what we're doing. There we go. Let me catch up the chat real quick. I'll try my best with this. Chat. I'm on chat. But yeah, see, a buddy of mine is up in northern New York getting a bottle of Finger Lakes bourbon for me. Last time I was on a trip, I grabbed a bottle of Schitt's Creek bourbon over in Burnett, Texas. It's stuff that I just haven't, that I just, nope. Buffalo Trace does not need my help promoting their brands. So I don't get particularly excited about people who give Buffalo Trace free advertising. I mean, fuck those guys. They've got a multi-billion dollar, or at least a multi-$100 billion marketing budget. They can market their own fucking whiskey. They don't need my help. So I find it hard to get excited about their well-marketed, well-funded fake scarcity campaigns that they do. It doesn't excite me. But it does interest me to see what other people are drinking, and what the interesting trends are, what they're looking for in a whiskey, what they're doing when it comes to, there was a brief flash in the pan of quad grain whiskeys that were out on the market, of distilleries that were trying to do wheat and rye in their whiskeys, which I thought was kind of a dumb idea, but for about a 6-month period, that was all the rage. That was all over the whiskey tubes and whiskey blogs, whiskey talkers. But yeah, when it comes to whiskey tube stuff, I'm really interested in what cocktails people have, just general entertainment around the whiskey themes, but not so much the pour. Buffalo Trace is good. It's a fine and dandy whiskey. Jim Beam is a fine and dandy whiskey. Enjoy it, have fun with it. But my job, my mission in life, is to get you to look past the habits, look past the whiskey that your grandpappy drank, look past the whiskey that you drink because your dad drank it, because your mom drank it, because your grandma drank it, because your grandpa drank it, because You know, just to look past all that shit. Look for something new. Like Sprite used to say, follow your taste, man. That, explore. Take a left turn. Go to that dirt road. Take a hike into the woods. Find out where it leads you. You know, if a homeless man comes up to you and asks you if you want to try some of his candy, you should probably say, just once or twice in your life, yes. Check out what's in that van. You know, the van says free hugs. Go to the van and ask him if you can have a free hug. Don't be so scared all the time. Somewhere in an abandoned house is a clown putting on a show that is probably the funniest damn show you will ever watch. In fact, you'll probably watch that show and say to yourself, we're never watching another clown show ever again. This is the pinnacle of entertainment. I am entertained. I can die today a happy man. And you know, it's a better than even chance that clown in that abandoned house is more than willing to oblige you dying today for that show. What I'm saying is, the clown's a psychopath and he's probably going to die if you go into an empty house where they're doing the clown show. What's wrong with you, crazy person? But that's also the kind of adventurous spirit that I can just respect the hell out of. Do something different. When I took my son to Six Flags, and I noticed this is a thing about the human condition. He was, I think, 9 years old. He might have been 10. I can't remember what year it was that we went, but this was his birthday present. I basically gave him a note and it said, pack 2 days worth of clothes, we're leaving in 10 minutes. And then on the back of it, it said, hurry up, what are you waiting for? Then the second page said, go dummy, go now. Because I knew exactly what he was going to do, which is sit there and stare at me like a dope. He did. So anyway, we go to Six Flags, we ride every single ride except one. And that one ride, he was standing there by the side, he was debating whether or not he wanted to do it, and I told him, I said, look, you may think this is a scary ride, you may not want to do it, but after this is all said and done, you're going to look back at this one ride, and you're going to say to yourself, that's the one ride I didn't do, I should have done that ride, and you're never going to get a chance to come back and ride this ride, say we rode all the rides in Six Flags on this day on my birthday, and never get a chance to do it again. And he was a little scared, he was a little nervous. Sorry, I had to drink some water. He was scared, he was nervous. That's the whole reason he didn't want to do it. Excuse me. And he thought about it. He sat there on the concourse of the ride, thinking about it, debating it, pondering it, considering it. And finally, I see like this change in his demeanor. And he looks at me and goes, okay. And he starts to climb into the ride. And that's when the fucking high school dropout piece of shit operating the ride came over with a little measuring stick and said, he's too short, and kicked him off the ride. Like, you fucker, you could have done that at any point in the last 10 minutes while he was sitting there considering this ride, when you're standing in line and doing all this shit. But no, you waited until he was ready to get on the fucking ride. You, sir, can burn all the way in hell. But the point is, there's this part of the human condition. You know, economists will talk about the rational mind and the rational buying behavior and how it will maximize happiness and, you know, all the shit that human beings will do. But what economists won't tell you about is there's always that irrational voice looming in the background that's just ready to come out and say, you know what, fuck it. And it's that voice that tells people to hike the Grand Canyon, to jump out of an airplane, to take the business risk, to buy the lottery ticket, to you know, whatever, to do the irrational thing that just doesn't make any sense. There's the fucking response. And we've all got it. It's all a part. Everyone has it. Everyone's got it in their psyche. Some people it's a louder voice than others. Some people it used to be a loud voice and they silenced it. Some people it's the only voice they hear. And they've got a pocket full of cherry bombs and a backpack full of Roman candles, and just everywhere they go, they're like, you know what, fuck it. And they're just lighting the Roman candles and launching them at the gas station just to see what'll happen. And that day, that ride, I saw my son flex his fucking muscle for the first time in real time, and I could not have been more proud of him at that very moment. When my 10-year-old son looked at me and he said, you know what, despite all the lot, and he didn't say this necessarily, he said, despite every ounce of my fiber saying, this is a bad idea, I don't want to do it, I think the ride went upside down and there was fire. I don't know. It was one of the Batman rides. He shrugged his shoulders and he said, you know what, despite my first instinct to not do it, fuck it, let's try it. And that, my friends, is what sends people to the top of Pikes Peak. That's what sends people to the top of Everest. That's what sends people fighting sharks and kangaroos. They just shrug their shoulders and say, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. And that is how I got into the whiskey business. And you know, when I'm at Specs doing tastings, it is the bucket response that sells whiskey more than you could possibly imagine. Because there's so many people that go in there, they're just going to buy Crown or whatever garbage that they were planning to buy. They just, you know, they weren't thinking about buying whiskey. They were just going to pick something up, quote unquote, pick something up. And it is so frustrating to see people go into stores with their brains turned off to just go pick something up. They're not shopping for something they want. They're not looking for something that's interesting or delicious or tasty. They're just going to pick something up. And if I can intercept you and turn on your brain and get you to think about it just a second, maybe engage that fuck it muscle just for a minute to get you to just think about what you're doing. To maybe buy something that tastes good instead of just getting some stuff, instead of just grabbing something. That's the goal. Just to get you to think about what it is you're doing. And it's something different. You've never had it before. You've probably never heard of it. Most people at the stores have never heard of it. And that's fine. That's why I'm at the store. Change that. And then, you know, taste it, you shrug your shoulders, you know what? Look it. I might be a Crown Royal guy, but today I am a craft whiskey motherfucking connoisseur. I'm gonna buy me a craft whiskey. I'm gonna spend an extra $10. I'm gonna put on a cardigan and grab a pipe and sit by the fireplace with a newspaper, and I'm gonna drink craft whiskey because look, why not? I want to do something different for a change. That's the goal. I mean, yeah, Buffalo Trace, everybody, Buffalo Trace is great. Don't get me wrong, they're great. $1 million corporations, great followings. People buy it out of habit. It's fantastic. If I can get you to think about your purchase in just a few seconds, I'm might be able to get you to do something adventurous, different, exciting, life-changing. You know, that's what it's all about. That's why I make whiskey. That's why I do what I do. All right. So we've got labels on the whiskeys. We've got seals on the whiskey. We're filtering. We're about 2/3 of the way, halfway to 2/3 of the way through that barrel. Filtering. Final step is putting it in the box. I should probably look at chat. I've been monologuing now for 20 minutes. Sit real quick and look at chat. Alright. Top shelf, what the hell are you talking about? Wait, what the hell are we talking about? Try-on haul. What are y'all doing, man? What? I leave chat for 5 minutes, I come back, and what are y'all talking about? Try-on hauls? What is going on? Try some whiskey that's aged in your favorite style once. Ooh, that is actually a really good idea. Using wine barrels to age whiskey. Scotch does it all the time. It's just not very common in the United States. It's funny. It's like very PC. What the hell is talking about? What did I miss in chat? Buffalo Trace, know what they feel about it. If you ever 10,000 dislikes. $50. 50 CBN, is that Canadian dollars? Straight up commercial response time. I am trying to get to the bottom of this chat, find out what's going on. Oh, $300, 300 euro whiskey years income value of 303,000. Okay. Okay, so you got a Buffalo Trace video removed by YouTube. Is that what you're talking about? The Buffalo Trace video. Okay, so tell me about the Buffalo Trace video. I guess the golfer's agent complained. Insanely out-of-touch video showing the rich and famous golfer just going around whiskey hunting and finding special bottles everywhere he went. Oh my. Straight up commercial, and he's sponsored by Buffalo Trace. Posted on Reddit. I didn't know Buffalo Trace had a video YouTube channel. Maybe I will troll them with videos too, with a commercial. Posted on his Twitter. Boom, they went up that one too. Well, that's fun. Prior to the comments and other data channel. First time I got drunk, it was apple wine, 14 Denmark. I agree with you there, Corey. I think everyone should travel to another country at least once as well. But I like traveling in general. Just going all over. I mean, our travel of choice with the Old Humble family is road trips. And not road trips like Road Warrior war trips. You go from point A to point B as fast as you can. Drive overnight, 24 hours in the car, We go like 4 hours at a time We leave, go 4 hours of time, stop somewhere, have lunch, explore the local place, then go 3 hours in the afternoon, 3 to 5 hours in the afternoon, stop somewhere, have a nice place for dinner, explore the evening, and stay there. That's generally how we do our road trips. We will generally go in a single day something like 300 to 400 miles in a single day. And of course, traveling by car 300 to 400 miles, that's a long drive, but it's not an entire day's drive. Because we will spend 2 to 4 hours in places along the way, stopping out, stretching our legs, looking at roadside attractions, doing all kinds of that shit. So there you go. Yeah, there's a lot of background noise going on here. Although I'm not seeing. I don't know where the audio is actually getting. I'm gonna listen real quick. I don't know. Oops. Because if I take my microphone and move it over here, and then I move it back, I'm not seeing a change in my volume that I'm getting. I see it on my board. I can see it on my board here. Am I seeing it on my board? I don't think I'm getting it. Now I'm gonna try something new real quick. A whole lot quieter with that. Yes, yeah, I don't think it's coming through the lapel. I don't think it's coming through the lapel microphone at all. And if I turn off the lapel, I think it may be coming from the camera, to be quite honest, because I just turned off the lapel mic. And I'm not seeing a change in audio at all on my audio readout thing. So maybe, I just unplugged my microphone completely. So it's not, so my audio has been shit this entire time because of it. All right, hold on 1 second. Solve this audio problem. Let's solve this audio problem, kids. Alright. Find out where the music is coming from here. This is the maybe this will help. All right. That. Turn this on. Turn this on. Okay. Okay. Test. Test. 1, 2. Did I fix it? All right. It's at least coming through here now. It's still This is not the way it's supposed to sound, guys. It's supposed to sound clearer and better. That's why I have a lapel mic to begin with. Let's try this. Maybe if I switch. Okay. Now? How about now? Better? Worse? There we go. Yeah, I think that's maybe what it's supposed to sound like. See, we shouldn't have any audio right now. It is not coming through this microphone, is what I'm saying. It's not coming through this microphone. Tap it later. I don't know what microphone is coming through. I don't know where the audio is coming from. Internal, digital, maybe this one. Maybe this one? No. Properties. Switch it back to default. So what I'm saying is, my apologies because the audio is screwed up and I don't know where the audio is coming from. Recording devices. Try that. Is that better? Worse? Ah! Look at there! I fixed it. I fixed it. I got it. Now we got the right damn microphone working. Isn't that better? See, this is how it should sound. This is why I got the this is why I got the microphone. This is why I got this mic so you can fucking hear me. See, this is why. God damn. I can't the fan and all the shit in the background. The hostess with the least. Anyway, all right. Steve's in the house. Cheers, Steve. Okay, and a reminder: everyone whose name shows up in chat will be added to our wheel of doom and glory in September. When we spin the wheel and give away a sample kit of our delicious whiskeys. And I will show you that box momentarily because I was removing the adhesive from that box and getting it ready for paint and decoration. This whiskey is being filtered right now. Will likely be going into bottles next week, if not Friday. Have a good long day Friday of bottling up whiskey. Work on building my bar. Next week, I've got tastings during the week next week, so with the tastings next week at Total Wines across the city of Houston, I'm actually not fully fully freed until Friday or Saturday. You get this box here. So what we've got in this box right here are 4 sample bottles and a Rocky Patel cigar. 4 sample bottles right here. And what I want to do is use my heat gun here to melt the adhesive on this box. So this is the box. It's a cigar box. It is a Toros Gordos handmade cigar box. All right. Stop it. Delicious. All right. We get the last of this whiskey out of this barrel. It looks like it's coming out pretty clean. I don't need to see much left. It looks like it's coming out pretty clean. There's not a whole lot of sediment down here at the bottom of the barrel. That's good. Just a little bit more to go. Almost done. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the samples in these bottles, so I'll have them as an example for tonight. And I guess since this is the second week of August, I can let the cat out of the bag of what's going into the 4th bottle. But I won't tell you yet. You're going to have to wait. And then we'll do the update video for the giveaway. I got 40 views on that video, which is more than I've gotten for a recorded video. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm under no delusions. My recorded content kind of sucks. My edited content is kind of shitty. But I'm learning, I'm getting better at it. I don't normally make edited videos, partly because I'm not very good at it, partly because I don't want to put in the effort to, do 4 hours of work editing a video and making a video and doing all the shit to make the video happen. Only 30 people watch it. It's demoralizing, you know what I mean? Oh God, the audio quality on this is so much better. Isn't it? Isn't it better? Isn't the audio quality so much better? Of course, you couldn't see what I was doing. Well, you kind of see what I was doing over there. All right. Bachelor's floor lamp. Got it for me for Christmas. America. What? Okay. So, let's fill these bottles up real quick since I'm here. Let's start with these guys. All right. I'm a professional. Don't turn this around. Wind's blowing. That is 750 milliliters of Special Reserve right there. Whee! Alright, that's a Special Reserve. I'll label this bottle for that too. Gotta make sure I know which ones they are before I label them when I get home. I mean, I could taste them and know which one's which, but then you wouldn't have a full bottle. Whoop! A little bit too much in there. That's alright though. This lid's cracked. So that sucks. That's suboptimal. Have a cracked lid. So I can seal this lid. I'm going to have to transfer it into another bottle when I get home. Transfer it into another bottle when I get home. Let's try to do it all. Yeah. It's gonna leak. I don't think it's gonna leak. I think we might be good. At least until we get home. Alright, got a fresh bottle. What is the fresh lid? Where's my pen go? Oh, there it is. Straight whiskey. And now for the rye. Ah. Chemo. The rye goes in now. Whoop. The wind caused a spill. Just a little bit though. Like I said, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our September giveaway will be getting a sample of the legendary, one-of-a-kind, often talked about, rarely tried, Boomtown Bourbon. It's a bottle from the distiller stock. One of the few remaining bottles from our, which batch was this? From our second batch of bourbon. It is, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's probably the best thing you've ever put in your mouth. Ever. Ever. It's fucking delicious is what it is. And it's returning in spring of 2022. 2023, man. It's returning in the spring. Return of the legendary whiskey. The legendary Boomtown Bourbon. Winner gets a bottle. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm using my heat gun to soften up the adhesive on the back of this label so that it'll just come off, not leave anything behind. This is how the CIA opens up your mail. Just like that. Of course, the intention is that I'll have a nice clean bottle or a nice clean box that I can then paint with Old Humble stuff on it. This is all part of hot. This is stuff they don't tell you that you're going to be doing as a business owner. You know, they tell you it's all glamour, it's all excitement and hanging out with hookers, but there's really very little hooker hanging out. I mean, I've probably only ever hung out with like 4 or 5 in all my time of being a. Well, no, I take that back. I probably hung out with more. I just don't know it. Yesterday, I was using an X-Acto knife for this. Much tighter blade, much easier to maneuver and operate. I also was using a hairdryer. But I did not think my wife would appreciate me taking her hairdryer to the distillery, especially when I had one of these bad boys here. She'd be all like, "Why are you using my hairdryer to the distillery? Don't you have one of those things?" Damn it. Keep burning my fingers. All right. I can't see that at all right now. Field of the Wax Factory. Can you sell direct to customers, money order, thinking of bypassing the LLBQ? The distillery cannot send directly to customers. However, me personally, I can buy a bottle and ship it to you person to person. All I ask is that you reimburse me through PayPal, Venmo, one of those online shops, plus shipping. It's like $10 shipping, something like that. Unless they've gone up in shipping. But yeah, that's it. I can do it. The distillery can't, but I can because Texas is dumb and doesn't want anybody to have fun or nice things. That's that. Come up to that one's ready. come out. Ta-da! Beautiful. Excellent. Wonderful. So I'll hit this with a, I don't know, I'll have some kind of insert, I suppose. I'm gonna hit the outside is laser etched. The outside is laser etched. This is laser etched. This is not. That is a sticker. Oh, just fucking melted. Yeah, that's melted. All right. That literally melted under my fingers. All right, that's all the stickers. All the stickers and decals. Let's get rid of this shit from the bottom. So what I'll do is I'm going to hit it with a coat of paint. Add my logo to the outside. And then, motherfucker, my fingers are very heat sensitive for some reason. I'm not used to that. Oh, and if you were watching us on Twitch earlier today, you would have seen me playing like a complete and absolute bot. I am trying to accomplish the 100 to 1 challenge on Fortnite, where you finish a game in 100th place, and then you follow it up with a first place finish. I got 2 100th place finishes, and that's actually hard to do, by the way, because that's dead fucking last on the server where you're playing. It is hard to come in dead last in a game on purpose. Special Reserve, Boomtown Bourbon. Nope, that was the rye. Straight whiskey, Boomtown Bourbon, Special Reserve. Oh man, it is gorgeous. Look at that. Have I frozen? Video froze. Why did you tell me the video froze? All right, let's fix this. Deactivate, maybe remove the camera entirely. All right, let's add it back in. Maybe that'll work. Video, add in, Canon, okay. Video is frozen on the Canon camera. Activate the Canon camera. Replace the Canon camera with HP video. Introductory panel, maybe. There we are. All right, we'll just work with this one. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at that. The straight whiskey, Special Reserve, rye, bourbon. Yep. A little progression of color from the lightest to the darkest. Then we'll throw in that cigar. I'm frozen. I'm holding the heat gun. All right, yeah. Something dumb is happening with the Canon camera. I don't know what to. It's like I said. It's got a short in the. I'm going to remove that camera. It's got a short in the camera itself.
Is your bar looking a little ordinary?
There's a short in the camera itself, the output of video. So I'm going to go up there real quick and see. All right. It may not be the camera. It may be the HD card or the HD capture card that's being fussy. and it's bullessy ussy. It's super hot. Title screen, back to the live picture. Add one more time, see if it works. Nope, still frozen. Remove it. Here's the other one. This one, this one. That's the other one that has the can, and I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of it all entirely. Okay. Come back to the live concert screen, add in video capture. CANON. That's me, but I don't want that one. I want that one. There it is. See, this is something weird. I don't know what it is that's causing the issue. But something's causing the issue. I'm going to track it down, track these little gremlins down and get them all taken care of eventually. There's just new gremlins every damn time. Every time there's something new, something different. This is going to be the September giveaway, guys. Can't see it in this box. Let's look at mute. Let's look at this box. There it is. That's the September giveaway. I'm going to have a shot glass added to it and some packing filler added to it, and that's it. It's going to be ready to ship, and it's going to be gorgeous, and you're going to get a chance. We'll add some labels. You will get a chance to really know the full. I don't think it's the humidity. I don't think it's the humidity that's causing it. I think it's just. I mean, the USB box that has everything plugged into it is really, really hot. I think that's probably what's causing the tech issues. That's really, really hot. The plugs where it's plugged into my computer is really, really hot. Shit, it's 5:30. I've been at this for 3 hours. Wow. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back through chat and get all the names down from chat, and write down all the names and add them to our wheel of doom and glory. And then next week we'll have an update on the giveaway, where I show off all the bottles that we're giving away. The cigar, update the wheel, let everybody see all the slices on the wheel. There's something like 200 slices on the wheel now. Some people have a better chance than others because they've gotten into multiple chats. They've played trivia on Thursdays. They've won trivia on Thursdays. They've participated with the channel the last couple of months. So, they've already got a bunch of entries. I'm publicizing the way to entry so more and more people can get involved, more and more people can get in. We're going to get, the goal is to get as many. I'd be happy to have 1,000 people on the wheel. Hopefully we'll have 700 subscribers by the end of the month. We have our 100,000 views celebration, 700 subscriber celebration, whiskey giveaways till the cows come home. Send the box back so I could refill it. Thank you, Shark. This is actually a larger box than the one you have. This one has four bottles across. Yours has 3. Shark Home Brewing being the winners from last month's, not last month, last giveaway, June's giveaway. Let me turn the camera and show you the bar that we're working on over here. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. Just had a car pull up to the back door of my distillery. It looks like it's one of the CrossFit bros, because we've got a CrossFit gym across the way. We've got woods over here, and we may even be getting some weather coming in. It looks a little gloomy out there. I wonder if we're going to get a storm come through. Yeah, go absolutely. Go ahead and share it far and wide, Corey. The more the merrier. The more people who get in, the more people who participate, the more fun we have, especially on trivia nights. If we get 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 people actively participating in trivia, that was not a CrossFit bro. It was a CrossFit chick. Woo! I mean, fit is the new sexy. It is true. Fit is the new sexy. Anyway, if we have more than, the more people we have participating in trivia, the more fun it is. All right, if I turn it this way, can you see? You can see there. All right. I'm going to turn the other just in case that camera doesn't work. A rolling platform. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. All right, fingers crossed that it works. I'm going to make it wider. Yeah. Move it up a little bit. Tighten it up. There we go. All right. So if the margin will have a quick don't rise, you'll be able to see the project clearer on the live channel. There it is. All right. So let's move our grain out of the way. Heavy as a motherfucker. Move this table out of the way too. So what I've done with this table, what we've done is I've got 2 pallets here. I've got this big son of a bitch, which is used for our steam generator, and these are 2x6s supported by 2x4s. This is what was on top of that bad mother. Look at this. These are full-on 2x4s, nailed in 6 times with each one of those boards. 2, 4 over here, 6 nails, and every single one of those 2x6s to hold it on. That pallet moves our steam generator, which weighs something like a zillion pounds. I don't know. Not exactly a zillion, but it's close. So what I'm going to do next week, Friday, not sure which, what I'm going to do is put one of those 2x4s that I took off of this back side. So you can took the 2x4 off from this side, I put it on this side to hold the top steady. And then I'm going to attach this pallet have all the wood laying around. I'm going to attach this pallet to the other side here. Going to remove a portion. I'm going to slice this off, this pallet off right there. Cut it off right there. Attach it to the uprights. Attach these cross beams to the uprights on this one. Put in a countertop at about the 30-inch mark. Put another counter down here for the ice. So I think I'm going to put this on this side. I'll put another counter down here for the ice and bottles, spare bottles and stuff like that. So a prep counter here at about the 30-inch height. The service counter up here. Maybe a little counter on this side. I'm not sure if it's going to bother with the counter on this side. Definitely have one counter here, service counter down here. And then a space for the ice over here, and this is going to make it a trash can for operating purposes. Then, instead of using our tables for a bar, we can actually use proper bar. And get that shit out of the way, the rest of the operation is still immediate. But yeah, that's going to paint it, clean it up, do all the things that need to be done. 4.5 billion friends. Wait, now what the fuck are you people talking about? Sub to a lot of guys who have problems, so they drink. Now, I'll tell you this much. I mean, y'all can't see it because the point in the wrong direction. Some of those dudes are straight up Adonises, man. I mean, I don't even feel like my masculinity is threatened when I say something like that. Because these guys, I kid you not, they are specimens of humanity. They've got, some of them have advanced dad bods. They're in the process of rehabilitating dad bods. They're not, they're not like, not anything to change teams over. But I'm telling you, some of those guys, man, makes me want to go work out because I can look at that and go, damn, I could look like that if I don't eat any food or have any fun and put whiskey in it. Stop eating pizza. Go to one of those Spartan boot camps where all you do is work out twice a day, yogurt. I mean, there's a reason why Olympians, why they go through so many conferences and Olympic with people. They are all chiseled, peak physical form, peak physical performance. The others, a whole bunch of them. For the team that actually use grown-up gymnasts, a whole bunch of gymnasts, like, I want to get me a weight cut. I'm as big as his thigh. And that's not all. It's still not the yeah, I mean, I've got some great workouts for them. They want to come over here. I got barrels that need to be moved. I got pallets that need to be moved. I got some heavy shit that needs to be picked up over here and put over there. I got some workouts. They definitely, definitely keep them occupied for at least a week or two and moving shit around. I got some heavy stuff that can get moved, picked up, put down, picked up again, put down again. Like, most of what I do is picking up heavy shit, moving it to another spot so that I can do some work. And then taking the heavy shit out and putting it back where it came from. By the way, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but if you look at this particular crowbar, you'll notice there's a slight bend to this crowbar, kind of bows down this way and bows up this way. Bent this crowbar yesterday, pulling that thing apart. Basic physics, nothing fancy. And this is a very short crowbar, so it's not a lot of leverage. I added leverage to it. And with this extra leverage, I bent the crowbar. And then I had to take a different lever. And bent it back. My band director used to always say, "You're so dumb, bet you can mess up a rock fight. Now I can look back at my band director, God rest his soul, and say, you know what, Mr. Blacker? Not only are you right about the rock fight, you're also right about breaking the crowbar. So dumb, you can bend the crowbar, boy. Sorry about that. So in the process of taking this bar off, metal came loose. Back. Mess up a rock fight, boy. All right. So I'm probably, so that's going to be, so the bar's going to be like so. The back end of the bar is going to be like so. The side of the bar is going to be like so. I'm going to cut, add 2x4 face right here. Probably that one. This is all just reclaimed and recycled materials. I don't want to have to spend too damn much money on this stuff, especially when I've got materials laying around the distillery. Now I'm going to cut this piece of wood down. 59 inches. 6 inches. Here, basically. Like so. That's what's going to be the 2x4 bracket holding these guys together. Plus a couple arms sticking out to hold it up. Cut it off here. Slide this board in here so that it'll hold up, it'll be level. And actually probably slide it up all the way so it'll act like the arm to hold the bar up. That's what that'll do. And I'll get a full-size 2x4. I've got more wood back there I can use. But I get the full-size 2x4 to hold the whole thing up all the way across. And then do the same thing over there with one on that end. Cut that. Add another piece of wood up here. Do I need to add another piece of wood? No, I don't think I need to add anything here. This will just be the side. No, nothing necessary over here. The side of the wall. Yeah, it's going to rain out there. Storm's coming in. And these shelves are going to be right up here at the 30-inch mark. I have it right at the 30-inch mark here because Lisa's a midget, one, and two, and that's the same height as this table. This table here is 30 inches. So put it at the 30-inch mark on the ground, that'll still be a good height for her and anyone else who makes drinks without having to. Oh, wait, this is good. I've got another pin that I can do. I have another pin that I can use. Here. Drop it here, right here. Come on. So 30-inch mark. Brought it up here. That is roughly the same height as this table. The table 30. Do I want it 30 or 30? I'd rather it at 30. That's slightly taller. So we'll put it at 33. I do have a level at my house to be able to confirm the height of the tables. Pencil. 3 inches right out here. What we'll have planned at least be this guy here. All the way. I'm figuring it works out. Oh, it's not. Figuring it works proper. That should give me line. That lines up. It did not. Well, I'm going to have to pull the level out. Make it work. But then what we'll do is we're going to have this. Alright. So then I'm going to have this bar, the service table, going to be not quite the entire length, because here doesn't go quite the whole length. I'm going to have 4 brackets. One here, 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 and here. 4 brackets are just going to hold wood like so, so that I can have 3 layers coming out. This table is going to be like so. Drop my pencil. This table is going to be like so. With this board cut into 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, to fill out the shelf. And that shelf is going to be right here. And I have a little laminate board that I may put over the top of it to give it a nice smooth cover. But I think I could just, I think all I really need to do is just tap these down on the bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smooth it out, sand it down, nice and flush, nice and smooth. Put a good clear coat finish on it so that it has a nice smooth top to it. And it gets a good steady countertop. And then it'll come out 16 inches, so it'll anchor right here. And then the other shelf will be right down here, and I'll use the rest of this wood here. This shelf here that'll hold the ice bucket, for the ice cooler, and the trash can can go down there. And I think that's how it'll work out. I think that'll work out. I'll work on this next. I'll finish this up next week. But then all we got to do is stain it, paint it, and clean it up. I mean, I think this looks like shit. I don't like this one. This palette is a giant piece of garbage. But I'm going to go through my palettes and see if I have a better one. Okay, just salvage out some wood, fill in the gaps that are over here. I think all in all, in the long run, it's going to look pretty okay. In the long run, it'll look fine. Once it's all finished, properly painted, sanded, and I was thinking about using this instead of the 2x4. I was thinking of this instead, because this is a little bit more 2x6, it's a little bit more substantial. Lightning thunder. Moving everything coming up. Open it up a little bit, strength a little bit better. 2x6 is a little bit longer. Maybe I can cut this down a little shorter. Up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. That's that. And this will be a little bit more substantial bar. Not a bar top, but just kind of a little bit more substantial of a thing. And then this almost comes all the way out to the front of the bar top here. So yeah, I think that's how we're going to do it. I think. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to be. And then countertop here, ice bucket here. Yeah, we got one more piece of wood. Kind of visualize where the ice bucket things will be. And I'm going to turn it down. Oh, not right. It's actually raining. Actual drops of rain. There we go. Sorry, I'm neglecting chat. I haven't seen anything in a minute. Lost episode of Columbo. Better. Still in the way. All right. Some bitch. All right, so this will go roughly right about here. A little, probably be about that much. That'll be what the ice bar or the ice box sits on. Right? Yeah. Something like that. Not exactly, but close. You know, this bar here. Should have known that one. This one will be roughly right about work on the work table. This is your workspace for the bar. The workspace will come out to about here. The ice chest will go right out here. That may be a little bit high for the ice chest, to be quite honest. Let's take a look. I may have to adjust that down a little bit. Let's say this is the ice box that we use. It's not. But let's say this becomes the ice box. Open. That's, yeah, that'll work. It slides into there. Fits. Fits. It works. We're good. It works. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Anything else I need to add to this thing? No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put another shelf down here at the bottom for bottles and stuff. Load up a shelf right here, as a matter of fact, for bottles and things. Do I want to do that? What do you think? Grab my chat. See what's up. Some wood and slice. Bacon's in the house. Cheers, Bacon. And a reminder, everybody who's in chat, everybody whose name is in chat will go into our drawing for the Wheel of Doom and Glory. In fact, I'm going to go back up to the beginning and write down names. So I don't leave anybody out. Let's change cameras so y'all can see me writing. Intro panel. That's me. All right. September. All right. So in the beginning, there was Greg's Whiskey Guide and Jen and Dustin, Corey, Slater, Greg's Whiskey Guide, Easy Street with Jen, and Top Shelf Dustin. But then Ed Gwinney. All right, who else do we have? We had Ed, Greg's Whiskey Guide. I got to note that Greg's Whiskey Guide misspells whiskey. Downer Pass Whiskey's was in the house. We have a nice cold breeze coming through. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Can y'all see the storm coming up? Look at that. Look out there. Look how dark it got. Ah, it's gorgeous. It's cold. The wind is cool. My water stations are getting recharged. This is fucking awesome. Easy Street with Jen, Corey Slater, Steve Erpenbeck. Who else we got? Corey, Greg, Corey, Easy Street. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. And I know if I wait too long, I'm going to miss people. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm going to move my fan, actually. thunderstorms, rain. Oh, it's glorious. Oh, it's so glorious out there. I'm so very happy. It's been hot and sticky. Top shelf, Greg, Corey. I'm so thirsty. All right. Y'all been active. Thank you so much. I love it when y'all have conversations among yourselves. That's the kind of community that I like to have. I bring people together and y'all just talk. Like the whiskey guys over there prattling on about some shit. Shark home brewing. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. There's Muscle Shell. Cheers, brother. I hadn't seen you in a while. Top shelf, Easy Street. More Muscle Shell. Corey, top shelf Corey. I'm catching up, almost there. Actually, I have no idea where I'm at in the lineup of names here. There's the goddamn bacon. Lone Star's Lounge. Oh my God. An honest to God TikTok star. He's too big to hang out with people. Love you, Lone Star. Oh my God, it got hot in here. As soon as I shut that door, it's hot. Cut off the breeze. Safety Doc. Corey. Safety Doc. All right, we're all caught up. That's a bunch of names to add. Let's switch the camera again. So y'all can, it's not a great camera angle, but you can at least see the top. All these tables will be back up here. That's ultimately where it says, ultimately, it's going to be a wall right about here. Ultimately, this is going to be a wall, so that camera is going to be there, but not on the wall, pointing in. Eventually, ultimately, where it's at, eventually, that'll have to get up. stuffy in here. Water. Water coming through the door over here. But I do have power cords that I would rather not have soaked in water. Power cords and water generally bad food. Alright. Well, guys. I think it's a good time to wrap up the show because I pretty much got all the work done that I'm going to get done today. Now it's just a matter of kind of cleaning things up and wrapping things up. Where'd I put my phone? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to change the camera angle. Boop. And I'm back here. I'm going to make sure I got any other names that I might have missed. Corey. Easy Street, Bacon, Corey, Bacon. All right, I think we're good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these names home and add them to the list of names for the Wheel of Doom and Glory. We go live tonight at 10. Yeah, so we go live tonight at 10. We're talking human rights, history of human rights, kind of a philosophy-heavy show tonight. It'll be a fun one. I think it'll be fun. It should be a good conversation because I'm going to go all the way back to pre-law times. You know, like the basic idea of, I mean, really almost kind of we're almost going to kind of bleed into the notion of what is a libertarian utopia. You know what I mean? So, no, you probably don't, to be completely honest, because you haven't seen the show yet. You have no idea where I'm going to go. I could go any which way I want to with one of these damn shows. But I do need to sweep this water out the door before it goes any further into the distillery. And in about 30 minutes, I'm going to head home. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, children of all ages, tune in tonight for our whiskey happy hour, where we talk human rights and have an open conversation for the remaining time. 10 o'clock, join us tonight. You get your name. We'll get your name added to the wheel. even if you were in the live show today, if you are on chat now today, you'll be able to get onto the wheel again tonight. So you'll have 2 chances today. So we will see you. We'll see you tonight. We'll see you real soon. Peace. Be awesome to each other. Cheers and cheers and good afternoon. Bye.